Hey folks, That Fix It Guy here. Today we're going to be looking at plungers. There are two main types of plungers. One, typically used for sinks, bathtubs, drinking fountains, floor drains. And the other, the force cup, is used for toilets. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at these. First up, we're going to look at the vacuum cup plunger. You remember that scene in Ace Ventura whenever Jim Carrey's like tried to get the Einhorn kiss out of his mouth? Well, theoretically, I guess if he could get a good enough seal, he might have been able to suck some saliva out or something. Gave himself a big old hickey around his lips is probably all he would have done. But that's really how a vacuum cup plunger works, right? When you stick it onto something, it creates that vacuum and it wants to pull out the clog or the water, whatever that is, right? And so as you're pulling, then you pull really hard, it's gonna bring everything out. At least that's your objective, is to pull whatever's in there out. So that is what you wanna use on a sink, on a tub, on a floor drain, on a laundry sink drain. That kind of drain requires a vacuum cup plunger. Now, this vacuum cup, this is a bigger one, you can see. They actually call this a Beehive Mini. It's gonna work in your sink, it's gonna be big enough, it's flexible enough, it's made out of a quality rubber, you're gonna be able to get a seal on it, and you're gonna be able to pop it out. This little one, this is a little bit smaller, they're pretty awesome, good for, same thing, sinks, tubs, any of that stuff. Water fountains, like it's a small little one. It's good for clearing a water fountain. I don't know how many people have water fountains in their home, but I do know people. And also a little gear shifter if you're playing race cars with your son or something. Oops. Okay. So, same principle, right? Just boom, 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 boom. You want to go up, down motion, and then one big final pull to suck it all out. And then you're going to try to just catch the nasty and make sure it doesn't go back down your sink. Then we're talking about force cup plungers. Force cup plungers are designed to clear clogs out of toilets. They actually make a very specific plunger for this. This right here is called the Beehive Max. This is a force cup plunger. How you're going to roll with this is, you're not pushing air to get the clog. You're actually going to put this in your toilet. You're going to tilt it. You're going to fill it up with some water. You're going to grab this little handle right here and you're just going to push. And you can hear that air. So imagine if there's some water in there, it's going to kind of shoot out like a little water cannon. And it's going to go and it's going to hit your stoppage and it's typically going to unstop your toilet. These are pretty awesome. These two, I've never really seen plungers with handles on them like this until recently. And I have to say, I really like the versatility of this. Like just the grip, your grip is so much better holding this T-handle as it is to holding this and trying to. This is actually a combination plunger. So you've got this little force cup shape right here that same principle, put it in the water, or it's the same thing. You just put it in your toilet, get some water in it, get it over the hole and give it a big push. And it's gonna do the same thing. Not on the scale of that, you can hear it. You're not getting the force behind it like you are with this. There's a lot of air that comes out of that one because it's much bigger. This one still works that way. Or if you needed a vacuum cup plunger to unclog a tub or a sink or anything like that, then you're just gonna tuck that away and all of a sudden you're able to use it as a vacuum cup as well. The one thing about these, and really you're gonna wanna own some gloves. I mean, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna wanna own some gloves anyway. But if you're gonna invest in a 2-in-1 combo plunger and you're gonna be using them for two different things, be prepared to do this a lot. Because these things are always popping out or you're needing to do something else. And yeah, it's not my favorite thing. These are not my favorite plungers. I really like having the two specific plungers that perform their separate tasks. That's a quick rundown of force cup plunger and a vacuum cup plunger. They're two different things. They've got two different purposes. I'm doing a video on this because I've gone to people's houses a lot to clear toilets, and they say, well, I plunged it, but it didn't work. Well, let me see what you plunged it with. Most of the time, it was with one of these. It was with a vacuum cup plunger. And of course, that's not gonna work. You might once in a while get it. You might get lucky, but most of the time, no. You're gonna need a force cup plunger to clear a toilet. If you're looking at using a plunger, you wanna go with a vacuum cup and a force cup, or you go with a combo. There's various kinds of combos out there. There's all different kinds of plungers out there. Like, please just don't buy one of those hard plastic accordion ones that you're like, it's not, it's not good. Those things are, yeah, all it's gonna do is eventually break at the accordion part. You've spent a bunch of money on it and it's not gonna be good. I really hope this video helps. I hope that at least it's enlightened you a little bit, or, you know, I'm not saying run out and buy a plunger, but in case you were ever wondering, or you run into a situation where you need a plunger, now you know what you need. So if you could please subscribe to the channel, click the like button, share us with your friends and family, check us out on Facebook. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much and have a great evening.